Every recipe is gonna be like a summer vibe. I'm really looking forward to making all of them, honestly, all brand new recipes of mine. Hello, welcome back to another Sunday meal prep day. Very excited for this one. I know it's been a little bit since my last meal prep video. I've still been meal prepping, but haven't been filming it as a YouTube video. I'm excited to get back into it. And today I'm gonna be doing a couple of things. One, every recipe is gonna be using summer seasonal vegetables or fruits, or it's just gonna be like a summer vibe. And I'm also going to try to spend under $100 for my groceries for the week. I think I'm gonna be able to do it, but we'll see. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna do it all in one day this time. Then I'm gonna come back. We'll go over all of the groceries that I got, how much I spent, and then we'll go into the meal prep. All right, so here's my plan as of now for the meal prep. For breakfast, I'm gonna be doing a peach crisp or like peaches and cream. We're gonna work on the title. Baked oats. I haven't done a baked oats recipe unblended in a long time, like a year and a half. I'm not always a sweet over savory breakfast person, but the sweet breakfast was just calling my name. I'm gonna do a little Greek yogurt topping to go with it to add protein. And I think it's just gonna taste kind of like a summer dessert, but for breakfast. So that's gonna be our breakfast meal prep. Then I'm also gonna be doing a slow cooker recipe. So that's gonna be slow cooker honey sriracha chicken using boneless chicken thighs. I'm planning on making it and either putting it in the freezer so we have it, or just like leaving it in the fridge so that we can add it to different things like a grain bowl or even in like a stir fry or something like that during the week. I like a slow cooker recipe for the summer because you don't have to be like over the stove while you're cooking and you still get like a fully cooked meal. I did do a fully no bake meal prep for my last YouTube video, so if you missed that, I'll link that in the description. So if you're like, no, I'm not using any heat, then you can go there because there are a lot of great options in that one. For lunches, I wanna do a salad that I can just like eat cold. I don't need to use the oven to make it. So I'm gonna be doing a strawberry vinaigrette with a quinoa salad that has strawberries and blueberries and cucumbers. Am I doing cucumbers? Yeah, I'm gonna do cucumbers and feta cheese and pistachios. I think it's gonna be really good. So that's gonna be very summery. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is a chicken meatball with zucchini in it. And this is gonna be something where like we just make the chicken meatball mix, form them into meatballs, bake them in the oven, and then we just have them, again, kind of like an ingredient prep. And then you can add it, you know, during the week to pasta. You can eat it plain, you can have it in a grain bowl. You can really do whatever with it, but using zucchini is so good right now and I keep getting it in my CSA boxes. So I wanna use that up and I wanna find a new way to use zucchini because I've been doing a lot of like zucchini bread and stuff like that. So I think that'll also be really good. But those are the 4 things I'm gonna prep today. And I'm really looking forward to making all of them, honestly, all brand new recipes of mine. And just a reminder before we keep going, please, please, please subscribe if you've been enjoying watching these videos. I've really been enjoying making them. I have so many ideas that I'm really excited to execute on in the next couple of months for YouTube. So I'm gonna be ramping things up even more. So make sure you're subscribed and thank you in advance just for being a subscriber and the support I've gotten so far on YouTube. I'm gonna run to the grocery store, still waking up a little bit, so I'm gonna have some coffee. But I don't have a car today, so it looks like I will be walking to the grocery store. And I'm not really sure how that's gonna go, especially because I need to get a decent amount of things. By the way, this 0 sugar chocolate syrup is really, really good. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film in the grocery store or even on the way, honestly, because I'm gonna be walking. I'll probably just share the haul when I get back, and hopefully I'm not sweating by the time I get back because it's 93 degrees out at the moment. So that should be interesting. Need some coffee first though. Just a reminder, when you're looking for the recipes for this video, I will have everything linked in the description, but we're gonna make everything in real time, so keep following along. Pre-grocery store snack is necessary. Good morning. What do you want to meal prep? That's what she wants. All right, hopefully 2 bags are enough because I don't think I can carry anything else. Let's go shopping. Help, I'm sweating. Hi, Copley. Were you sleeping? All right, I made it. This is the hard part about only having 1 car. Let's very quickly go through the haul and then we're gonna get cooking. I got a lot of stuff. I actually got a couple of extras. First of all, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know about this. Let me put you on to these savory squares. They're basically like a Simple Mills type cracker, but a little bit thicker. Tastes like a Cheez-It, and the ingredients are like tapioca flour, almond flour, sunflower seed flour. Really great ingredients for the most part. So you need to try these if not. I also got a couple of chomps. Brian really likes these, so pretty much grabbed those for him. I needed a restock of chia seeds. I've been making so much chia pudding. I probably should have gotten 2. There are so many fruits and vegetables in this grocery haul, and I love it because it really shows that if you primarily are getting fresh produce and then like some proteins and a couple of extra things, you can keep your grocery bill really, really low. Produce is like very well priced, depending on what you get, of course, but I got pretty affordable things. So I got some green onion, a green bell pepper, I got 3 red bell peppers, mango. And just a reminder, this is my grocery haul for the week. So I'm not gonna be using everything in the recipes that I make today. This is what I'm using for the entire week, but the stuff I did need for today is in this haul. So this is things we're gonna be using throughout. A big bag of peaches, 2 big English cucumbers, sugar snap peas. I got some zucchini for the meatballs. And also I just wanna say, I've talked about this before, I wish that Trader Joe's would be better about their packaging. It's so unnecessary sometimes, but for me, especially because I was walking, this was my option. Do I wish there was less plastic? Of course, and I try to like make the most of the plastic and then not add any plastic. I don't ever grab produce bags or anything like that, but Trader Joe's, if you're listening, you're probably not listening to me. Please reduce your plastic. I got blueberries. I got a huge thing of strawberries, cilantro, basil, a lemon and garlic, 2 limes, 2 packages of already cooked edamame just for a very easy protein, about 3 pounds of chicken thighs, some sweet Italian chicken sausage. I like to get this one, the raw kind versus like the pre-cooked kind. Ground chicken for our meatballs. Shrimp, another easy protein. Some pasture-raised eggs. They've been out of these lately. Hopefully I didn't break any on the way. I don't think I did. And then some crumbled feta for our salad. All in, I ended up spending $111. So I went a little over, but I got some of those extras. So if I hadn't gotten those, I would have still stuck to my $100. I feel very good about the $111. I'm still below the $500 a month budget that I try to stick to for our 2-person household. Feeling very good about this haul. I'm gonna put things away, and then I think I'm gonna start with the slow cooker chicken just because that's gonna take the most time. Got it. Okay, the crock pot is heating up. We're starting with the honey sriracha chicken thighs, and this is very much going to be like a dump and bake type of situation, which we love. We're gonna be doing boneless chicken thighs. I thought about doing bone in. You could definitely do that too, but I just want as little work as possible, so I'm doing boneless. We've got our sriracha, coconut aminos. You can also use tamari or soy sauce. Those tend to just be a little bit saltier, so I'd cut the salt a little bit. So I have salt, dried oregano, chili powder, onion powder, paprika, lime for a little bit of lime juice at the end, garlic, and of course, honey. So let's dump everything into the slow cooker. Chicken thighs are personally my favorite cut of chicken. They're just really hard to mess up, honestly. I also like it because they taste really good. Everyone seems to always like them. Next, we're gonna go in with 1/3 cup of coconut aminos. Remember, you can do tamari or soy sauce as well. And a 1/4 cup of sriracha. We're doing 3 tablespoons of honey. You could do a little bit more honey if you really like that honey taste, because it is a good amount of chicken, but I don't want it to be too overly sweet, and I think the 3 tablespoons will be good. I will definitely report back. And I honestly don't cook with honey all that much. I'm a big maple syrup girl. And if you wanted to, you could use maple life here. I think it would still be nice and sweet and really good, but honey sriracha feels right. Now I'm doing a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of paprika, teaspoon of chili powder. I still kind of want this like smoky chili taste. 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano. And then I'm also doing a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Lastly, I'm just adding about 4 cloves of minced garlic. This little garlic mincer thing is great. I'll link it in the description. I always add all the kitchen tools I use in the description. Okay, now there's all of our chicken components. I've already got the slow cooker on, so I gotta be careful. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna put the lid on. Okay, so we're going high for 3 hours. You could also do low for like 5 to 6 hours, but I just want the quick way. So that's just gonna set while we prep everything else. I'm gonna start on the peach baked oats, and the ingredients are pretty simple. I'm gonna be doing oats. These are gluten-free rolled oats, maple syrup, almond milk. I like to do just like a unsweetened almond milk. You can do plain or you can do vanilla. You can also do regular milk if you wanted to. I'm gonna do a little bit of melted ghee. You can swap this for butter, salt, ground cinnamon, a couple of eggs, and then peaches, of course. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna use yet. I think 3, but I have some extra in case I need more. So I'm just gonna start by prepping the peaches. Perfectly ripe, thankfully. Kind of haven't had the greatest luck with my peaches lately. Yay. Oh, they smell so good. Also, I meant to say this before, but the cashier, hi Copley, he was so nice. And we were talking about cooking and what kind of recipes I make and, oh wait, I can't say that. Almost just gave away something. He was so nice and I just love the employees there. And I'm there a lot, so it's nice to have some friends. So what I'm gonna do is I want most of these cut into cubes, like diced, and then I want some just thinly sliced so that I can put it on top of the oats and like make it look all nice and pretty. So I'm gonna prep those, then we'll make the mix. If you missed it, last month's bonus recipe for Substack was a salmon recipe, and then I made a peach salsa with it, and it's like a honey glazed salmon. It's one of my favorite recipes I've made in a long time with salmon. I literally loved it. So if you're looking for some inspo, that's on the Substack paid newsletter. I have a paid newsletter, and then I also have a free newsletter where I just send recaps every week of, you know, everything that I made and meal prep ideas for the week and all different stuff. So make sure you're subscribed. That's also linked in the description. That's just my general newsletter where I share announcements and things like that. So that was 1.5 peaches. Now I'm just gonna do the thin slices, just kind of like this. Okay, let's assemble the oats, and I also just put on a pot of quinoa for the next recipe we're gonna make, so just getting ahead on a couple of things. To start, we're gonna do 2 eggs. I'm gonna beat them right in the bowl so we can keep it to 1 bowl. Now we're doing 2 cups of the unsweetened almond milk, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup in here. We're gonna do a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 tablespoons of the melted ghee. And then for the dry ingredients, it's very simple. It's just gonna be 2 cups of the oats. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and then a teaspoon of baking powder in here. Now we're gonna mix, and then we're gonna fold in the chopped peaches. It smells really good. It kind of smells like French toast. Okay, and now for our peaches. Okay, so I greased this pan with just a little bit of avocado oil. You could use some more butter or ghee. If you don't have a great nonstick, then I would recommend doing a little bit of parchment paper instead. You just don't want any big chunks of oats in one spot because you want it to cook evenly. And now I'm just gonna put the sliced peaches on here in kind of like groups, I think. This is honestly just kind of to make it look pretty, so don't feel like you have to do this. Let's put this into the oven. All right, I'm putting this in at 350. I'm gonna start it at about 35 minutes and see how it's looking. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna do the quinoa salad. Like I mentioned, it's gonna have a strawberry vinaigrette, so we're gonna blend that. You can use a food processor. You could muddle the strawberries if you don't have a blender and you really wanted to make it. That's gonna include olive oil, apple cider vinegar, maple syrup. We've got a few spices, garlic clove. In the actual salad, we're gonna have more strawberries, blueberries, basil, cucumber, and then pistachios, feta, and of course the quinoa that I just made. And you could use quinoa that's pre-cooked if you wanted to, or like that you microwave. You could use lentils instead. You can get those pre-cooked a lot of times. So if you don't want to do any kind of cooking, you can still make it. So let's start making the salad. And I think this one's gonna be really tasty and seasonal because we're putting strawberries in the vinaigrette and then in the salad along with blueberries. So it's gonna be very berry-y. And I just love berries during the summer. Like they're always just so juicy and beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna thinly slice these. I'm gonna do a little bit less than a cup in the salad and a little bit less than a cup in the dressing and see how that is. Now I want to chop up some of this basil to go directly in the salad. I want this pretty finely chopped. I just want a little piece of basil in every bite. Then the last thing we need to chop is our cucumber. I saved these little pieces for Copley. I'm gonna do a dice for this one. I want kind of like little cubes. All right, do you want your cucumber? Okay, fruit and veggie and herb prep is done. Let's make the dressing. So I'm starting out with 2/3 cup of sliced strawberries, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of maple, juice of half a lime, 1 garlic clove. I'm gonna do about a half teaspoon of salt and about a half teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, let's blend this up, and then I'm just gonna slowly stream in a 1/4 cup of olive oil as I blend it. By stream in, I totally meant just add after everything was blended first. If you have the ability to stream it in, like if you're using a blender or a food processor, do that, but I just added it after and then blended one more time. Okay, we're gonna start with the cooked quinoa, and I do 1 cup dry, which makes about 3 cups cooked. Cucumber, basil, strawberries, blueberries, and pistachios, and feta. Let's pour the dressing on. We love a pink moment. Very on brand for me. You guys, the smell is so good. Yum. Oh my gosh. Okay, this smells so good. It smells like summer. I think we need a taste test. Oh my gosh. This is definitely my new go-to summer salad. And it's rivaling the elote quinoa salad, which is saying something because that's my favorite salad I have. I think it's a little heavily dressed, so I think I might reduce the amounts a little bit in the recipe that I'll link in the description. But if you like a lot of dressing, I'll put some notes on it. So good, I love it so much. And if you wanted to make this vegan, you could definitely leave out the feta or use, like Trader Joe's has that dairy-free feta, and I think some other brands do too. Okay, I'm gonna put the salad into this big container to have for the week. I love this big glass one. I'll also link this. And if you're somebody that doesn't like to have your salad be dressed ahead of time, you can definitely store it separately. I understand, like when there's fruit, people don't really love it sitting in the dressing. Feel free to do that. This is gonna go in the fridge. All right, I think the baked oats are done. Oh, wow. Wait, they're literally so pretty. I love it. I'm glad that I put the peaches on. Now that this has cooled down a bit, I'm gonna cut it into 6 squares. Oh my gosh, and the cinnamon smells so good. I'm very excited to try this. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this into 6 pieces. So I'm gonna do down the middle. Personally, I'm fine with using the knife on here. I know some people get scared of it, but that's the reason why doing a little bit of parchment is also a good idea. The texture is feeling really great too, so I'm happy about that. I'm gonna pair this with a little Greek yogurt sauce, very simple, that I'll include in the recipe that will be in the description. This would definitely be freezer friendly, so if you wanted to freeze a little bit of it, if you don't feel like you're gonna use 6 servings, you could definitely do that. Look how pretty. I love this one. I don't even know if this is big enough. Okay, ingredients for the chicken meatballs, very simple. We've got zucchini. I'm gonna see how many I need. I might only need 1, but I think I'll at least need 1.5. Ground chicken. I'm gonna do a little bit of lemon zest, dried oregano, dried basil, garlic powder, salt and pepper. Again, very, very simple. Just wanna have an easy protein to be able to grab during the week. So let's get our mix together. So let's grate the zucchini. I'm using this box grater. I love sneaking in veggies this way, like carrots, zucchini, celery, onion even. And if you do it right, you really won't notice it. I'm just gonna grate the second one so I have it, and then I'll measure these out. All right, I made a total mess with that, but got all the zucchini grated, and I'm gonna squeeze out the water with a kitchen towel, just so there's no extra moisture that we don't want. Whenever you're adding zucchini into something, even like zucchini bread, you wanna do this because otherwise you're just gonna have like a watery mess. So I'm just gonna squeeze the water out of this. Okay, now I'm preheating the oven to 400. Let's mix the meatballs. Starting with 1 pound of ground chicken. I'm doing a cup of the zucchini. I'm gonna do the zest of half of a lemon. I want lemony, but I don't want too crazy. I'm adding in a 1/4 cup of almond flour just to keep things binded, since we normally would do breadcrumbs. a teaspoon of basil, teaspoon of oregano, teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of garlic powder, and half teaspoon of black pepper. And that's it. All right, let's mix this up. Now, because we have the zucchini in there, I'm not adding egg. I just think it's gonna make everything too liquidy, and I also don't always put egg in my meatballs. Like if you follow my budget grocery series, I just don't use egg, and they're always fine. You really just wanna make sure that the almond flour gets fully incorporated, as well as the zucchini. All right, there we go. And now I'm gonna use my little cookie scoop to make these into meatballs. I'm using my medium-sized scoop, which I believe is about 2 tablespoons. I'll link it. And now I like to just put a little bit of oil in my hands and then shape them into balls. You could technically skip this, but I think shaping them into balls really helps them hold together, especially something like chicken. All right, let's get these in the oven. 400 degrees, I'm gonna start at 15 minutes. I don't wanna overcook them. Meat thermometer is your friend here. Okay, meatballs are done. I ended up doing 16 or 17 minutes. Use the meat thermometer. You're gonna need it for something like this. They stayed together really well. They're looking very pretty and have that little bit of color, which I love from the zucchini. That's really good. It's very moist, and the lemon zest really comes through, which I really love. Again, just an easy protein that you can grab, use it for whatever you need, but even plain, honestly. I think it would be good with a little bit of barbecue sauce on top. Another one of my glass containers that I love. Okay, and did you forget about the slow cooker chicken? Because it is now done. Honestly, looks so good, but it smells really good, which I kind of expected with those ingredients. Okay, I'm gonna give you a look in a second, but first I'm just gonna shred it up, and it shreds very easily. It's super tender now. This is a really great freezer-friendly meal prep. This is like the definition of quick protein to me. Just toss it in the slow cooker, it's done, and then you can add it to literally anything. So good. I took a taste of this one and I'm obsessed. This could also be great in tacos, or, oh my gosh, a quesadilla. That would be so good. I might need to do that with an almond flour tortilla. Up to you if you wanna get the juices in your containers or not. I'm gonna do at least a little bit because this sauce is delicious. And I think I'm gonna store one directly in the freezer and then one in the refrigerator. Okay, another meal prep fully done. I just wanna quickly recap everything that we made because I feel like it was a lot. So the slow cooker chicken thighs, I am literally so excited to eat this week. And then, like I said, I think I'm gonna put one in the freezer because I did make a lot of stuff here and I don't know if we're gonna use it all. The chicken meatballs with shredded zucchini, definitely gonna be adding this to a bowl. I think I'm gonna do roasted sweet potatoes, a little bit of barbecue sauce, and then the chicken meatballs. I think that's gonna be a great dinner just to have. Then we have our baked oats, the peaches and cream or peach crisp. Gonna come up with a name that will be in the description. This one I think is gonna be great, especially when I make the Greek yogurt sauce topping. So make sure you actually look at the recipe link and then you can see how to make that. But I'm gonna do a little bit of Greek yogurt. I'm gonna do cinnamon, I think a little honey or maple syrup. So that'll be like the perfect morning pairing for something sweet, but still gives you the protein. And then the strawberry quinoa salad, the strawberry vinaigrette alone, I'm excited to have unlocked it. And I think I'm gonna be using it for more than just this salad. But this salad, so good, perfect for summer. I'm actually going to a little family party this weekend, so I think I might make it and let my family try it because it's just so good. And I'm definitely gonna finish this before then. So that was everything. Another successful meal prep, another YouTube video. Thank you so much for continuing to watch my YouTube videos and the support that you've given me, all the sweet comments, and just the views in general. And please, please, please subscribe. Thank you if you've already subscribed. That's really the best way to support and show me that you're liking what I'm doing on YouTube. And I'm definitely gonna continue doing even more. But if you have requests, if you have any type of meal prep you wanna see, or I'm gonna start doing, different types of videos. I'm gonna do another one of my budget grocery series in a little bit. So let me know anything that you wanna see specifically. Links for everything like my newsletter and my Instagram and my TikTok and all of that are in the description. All right, have a good week. Another Sunday meal prep done.